Life is a game. You only have one life left. It's time to set your high score. Welcome to the second episode. Today I will explain what FreshSaga is and how it can help you with your personal development. In the previous podcast, I talked about the identity crisis that many millennials experience during their 20s and early 30s. The transition from being a student to working life is tough. New choices, responsibilities, and insecurities present themselves, and not all of us know how to navigate this period of life. We could use some guidance. With FreshSaga, I want to gather existing wisdom on personal development, all in one place. Think of it as a homepage for self-improvement. Every time you visit, you'll be inspired to make the most out of life. By reading, listening, creating, and meeting people. You will proactively take control over your life and hear how other people do it in articles, podcasts, and our communities. We are at the beginning of a journey that helps you achieve goals, pursue your dreams, and become the best version of yourself. You will write your own saga. So how can we get better at the game of life? I'll present a framework for personal development where FreshSaga is built on. All articles, podcasts, and communities will fit into this framework. At the core of personal development is growth. In this framework, you find a 4-step plan to achieve growth. Find the direction you want to go, grow knowledge on how to get there, optimize the system to get there faster, and teach other people to reinforce the change you made. But you cannot grow without the right fundamentals, so you have to make sure that you are in a state of mental and physical well-being. Let's discuss the steps of personal development into more detail. The first step is to find the direction you want to go. Who are you now and who do you want to become? FreshSaga will give you several methods to define your current identity. What are the things you enjoy doing? In which environments do you feel comfortable? What are your values and personality traits? Once you have a good sense of who you are, you can define who you want to become. We will discuss how to turn your dreams into goals and some common mistakes people make when defining goals. Secondly, you need to figure out how to get there. Growing knowledge is about knowing which small steps will lead you to your desired endpoint. You need to gain wisdom to know which decisions you have to make. We'll teach you how to create your personal learning environment in which you are free to gather knowledge, research, and experiment. At this point, you will benefit greatly from sharing experiences with other people who strive for the same goals. This way you can motivate each other, hold each other accountable, and celebrate small victories together. Once you have the system of growing your knowledge in place, the third step is to optimize the system. You know where you want to go and how to get there, but now you want to get there as fast as you can. You are taking small steps and you're getting closer to your goal, but you can get there faster by becoming consistent and improving your productivity. Optimizing can be done by tracking your progress, managing your time, and making continuous improvements. We will share best practices and some tools you can use. It's not about giving it all you got for the ultimate effort. It's about putting in small efforts consistently. With these first 3 steps, you will reach your goal. But you're not done. The 4th step of teaching is essential, not only to help other people achieve the same goal, but to reinforce what you have learned. Teaching is the best way to learn. By teaching, you will simplify all the steps you took, so only the essentials will stick in your mind. We'll stimulate you to summarize what you've learned and to share it with members from our community. You can do this in the group chats, or maybe even by publishing on the front page of FreshSaga. As you can tell, the 4-step plan of personal development that FreshSaga is built on is very simple. It's basically common sense, but that's why it's so powerful. The concepts are not difficult to grasp, and every step is actionable and directly applicable. We often set goals for ourselves unconsciously and unstructured, which make them difficult to track and see improvement. You will notice that making them concrete will be a world of difference. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a framework for lasting change. Knowing how to achieve change is a superpower, something no one can take away from you. You can apply these principles in all kinds of situations. Become a better friend, start a business, write a book, get in shape, and so on. Your goals can be huge or small and take 1 week, 1 semester, or even 5 years. The system for achieving goals remains the same. Personal development is much easier with the right fundamentals. You must be in a good mental and physical state. Your aim should be to treat your body and mind like a temple. If not, you will be easily distracted, less able to absorb new knowledge, and overall less capable and pessimistic. Well-being determines your readiness for change. That's why you will find reading material on FreshSaga to improve your mental and physical health. To make sure you're not going mental, we'll share meditation, mindfulness, and stress management techniques, and explain how to get rid of bad habits. You'll also find physical examples of good nutrition, sleeping habits, and exercises. In podcasts, I will invite people with interesting approaches to common struggles, and in our communities, you can share what worked for you and read other people's experiences. This way we can stimulate each other to stay healthy and get into a positive mindset. There's also a place for some tips on how to improve skills you use in daily life. Think about guides for body language, public speaking, writing articles, memorizing, negotiating, listening. Just some very practical tips to sharpen the tools you were given. So let's recap. This is what FreshSaga is all about. FreshSaga is your homepage for self-improvement, especially if you're a millennial. All articles, podcasts, and communities are structured around a 4-step plan for personal development. You can achieve personal growth by finding your direction, growing your knowledge, optimizing your system, and teaching others. It is easier to change if you're in a good mental and physical state. So FreshSaga will give you some fundamentals for you to build a solid foundation. We will also give some quick tips on personal and interpersonal skills to sharpen your toolset. This is it, the beginning of a fresh saga. A journey to a better life, with guidance and a strong, supportive community. Together we can reach new heights and get through the lows. Joining FreshSaga is free. You can create an account and get access to all articles and podcasts. I know the following is going to sound unusual from a guy who graduated in marketing, but you will never see any ads on FreshSaga. Let's turn this shit into a movement for self-improvement. Make sure you tell your friends about FreshSaga, and I'll see you in the next one. A good way of being notified of new articles and podcasts is following FreshSaga on Instagram and Twitter.